How to 10x your productivity as an entrepreneur and business owners. Here are the 4 steps to take. The reality right now I see out there is that 88% of business owners and entrepreneurs struggle with anxiety, stress, and burnout. And often they think they are productive, but in the end, it's just busy work. That means there's no clear progress at the end of the day. And normally those days that I see are they wake up at 5 a.m. to some kind of high performance morning routine. They already have a 30 task to-do list and they don't survive 10 a.m. without a fifth coffee. And that's a huge problem because it's all about working less, accomplish more. And those 4 steps we're going to talk about now are science-based. They show how you structure your productivity and how you actually accomplish real productivity. So if your day ends with guilt that you think you're a failure and that you're not actually making some kind of progress, this is your video to watch, because I'm going to show you right now how you start with the first step. And the first step is actually your internal beliefs. It starts within, and that means you need to work on your inner game. Most people miss that your internal game has a huge factor how you're achieving your task and how you actually focus on your task. Because when your brain keeps screaming, you're not cut out for this, you're not good enough, of course, it constantly keeps sabotaging you. So the first step to do here is to notice those thought patterns, notice those beliefs, because they show you what you're actually heading towards. They show you what is going on inside of you and how your brain and your internal state are actually behaving towards your work. That's the first one to take. It's the first step to work on to get the clear foundation there and to fix those leaks of quietly sabotaging yourself. The second one, that's the most common one, and that's the part society tells us about. They often miss this first part is the external environment. Of course, most of us know this already. That means we need to create a space where we can focus, where we can be productive. That means no notifications, a quiet room, a clear desk, and one simple space to work in. So you want to have a completely quiet room that supports you when you work on one task. That's the ultimate goal. You want to cut out everything that could bring your focus away. That's why you need, for example, to put your phone into another room. That's a great way to just start focusing on one extra task. The next one is to work on your flow state, your deep focus flow state. And here we also bring science in again, because you can support this flow state. It's the first one to use, for example, one task, one set of time. That means you do one task in a 90-minute focus block and you support this focus block, for example, with doing consciousness breaks, for example, and doing constantly one task, always supporting this energy running. And the last one is also one that's already been missing a lot, and it's the other side of building this fancy high-performance morning routines. And the whole point here is that you build yourself burnout-proof habits. And of course, that could be a morning routine, but it's also something you can implement in your day. That means you can start your day differently. That means you can use habits throughout the day to recharge, to get you back into your focus, or to actually slow down for a moment. For example, you can start your day with a gratitude exercise. It gives your brain a chance and your mind a chance to set the flow right for the day, to get the energy right for the day, because you're thankful how far you've come. Or of course, you can regularly review your performance at the end of the day to see where you're maybe leaking energy, but also where you switched tasks too fast. Or what I also recommend is doing those micro breaks. So you do, for example, you can do it in your deep focus work block when you do 90 minutes. There's a Zeigarnik effect. You could do little breaks between that, or clear breaks throughout the day to then get the brain the chance to switch from one task to another, so you don't slow down your prefrontal cortex. And in the end, those 4 steps give you the way to really boost your productivity and 10x it, because it starts from the inside out. And that's how neuroscience works and approves it. Because the normal productivity routine, when you just focus here on the external environment and say, okay, we use another productivity app, another time blocking, and I have my silent room, I still can switch from one task to another in my head. That's why we need to start from inside out. We need to work with our brain and mindset to not have this quiet and subconscious sabotage working here. And if you want to know how to start right away, and if you want to know how to jump on it right now, to work strongly onto this internal game here, check out my last video here. I'm talking all about the internal game there and the missing factor in productivity. And otherwise, feel free to book your call down here to get your own burnout-proof roadmap.